Hi everybody, Sharon Smith here. Now I want to do a new piece of work for you guys to help you stop snoring. I know, I hadn't thought about doing this before, I don't know why, but snoring is something that really can resolve a lot of times very quickly from a little properly applied tapping. Now, some of the patterns underneath snoring are that you don't like breaking your pattern. That is the pattern. You're comfortable in your comfort zone. Not all humans are to a certain extent, but you really don't want to move out of that area. You have a pattern and a set way of doing things, a set way of thinking about things, and when you're very resistant to change, then the energetic response to that is that you can end up snoring. Now, I have a funny snoring story for me. I don't usually snore, but if I am very challenged, if I'm very stressed, and the one thing that will almost always do it for me is if I'm preparing to have to learn some new technology. I am so not techie. Oh my God, I just dread it when I have to learn something new. I like to learn new things. It's just when it's tech stuff, I always feel like I'm not going to be able to figure it out or get it right. So that is a guaranteed recipe for making me snore at night. And it's not that I'm this chronic snorer, but I will snore from that. And I know that's a trigger for me, so I'm really careful with it. If I'm trying to learn something new and I know I'm going to have to engage my inner tech person, then I'm really tapping to get myself through that. And, tapping a little bit so I don't end up snoring at night. It's usually a pretty quick fix. So I want you to think about patterns. Just get quiet a minute. Those of you who snore. Now, I am going to tell you, because a lot of the people who are looking at this, you may have a partner who snores. It may not be you. And you're going, oh my gosh, I got to have him or her do this. They may be so entrenched in that pattern that they are very resistant to tapping and working with this. So just fair warning, I don't know whether they'll do it or not. If you can get them kind of rounded up and to try this a time or two, I do think it will help. But a lot of times, we get stuck in that rigid thing. So let's get quiet and look at what's underneath the snoring. Take a deep breath. And another one. In and hold it. And blow it out. I like to have people hold that at the top because that's releasing right-left brain communication. Now, we're going to get ready to tap. Before we do, you have to have read my disclaimer and agreed to it. The link is below this video. You can just pause me for a moment. I'm not going to start without you. And so just stop and welcome back. All right, let's do a little tapping for snoring. I'm snoring. I snore every night, or almost every night. And I think there's just something wrong probably with my nose. Or with the way I'm breathing. I don't possibly think it could be anything I'm thinking. But I'm open to a new perspective. Even though I snore, I completely love and accept myself. And I honor all the ways I feel about this, even though I'm snoring. I may be holding on to some old patterns. I may be holding on to those really tight for some good reasons. I choose to be okay anyway. and I profoundly love and accept myself. And I honor how I feel about this. I'm holding on to these old patterns. No, that can't be it. That's just silliness. I'm sure this just has to do something with my breathing. But what if it might be? Maybe that I am really, really stubborn about changing the way I do things, or the way I like to think about things. Maybe I'm pretty inflexible in that. It's not necessarily a bad thing. These things have worked for me for a long time. But I give myself permission to be open to the possibility that there might be other ways of doing things that are equally efficient. And I don't necessarily have to do it that way. I can keep doing it just the same as I always have. But what if I'm locked in some old patterns that maybe aren't serving me very well anymore? I do know that time passes and things change. Maybe I'm not really very open to that. Maybe I want to stay just here in one place while everything moves and changes around me. But I don't really want to do that. The world is a great, big, beautiful place, filled with lots of people and experiences, and lots of different ways of doing things, lots of different ways of thinking about things. What if I could feel safe stepping just a little bit out of my comfort zone? I wonder if it's possible that I could feel comfortable. I wonder if it's possible that I could let go of the need to snore. What if it's possible that my being stubborn is making me snore? What if I could just relax a little bit and not feel upset by something that challenges me? I'm going to give myself permission to just relax a little bit and to not feel threatened by new ideas or ways of doing things or points of view or perspective. What if it's not that big a deal? I allow myself to just relax now. I allow myself to let go of snoring. I allow myself to sleep peacefully tonight. I don't need to snore. I choose to fill my nose, all my airways, and my lungs with peace and calm. and the knowledge that I'm perfectly safe. And it's okay to embrace some new things occasionally. I completely love and accept myself. It feels good to let this go. Peace. Okay. Now, if you're really a lifelong snorer, this will probably help you. You may need to come back and revisit it often. You may need to do some other tapping. This is not intended to be the complete fix for anything. These short videos are intended to be helpful and entertaining, and to give you an idea of what tapping can help you accomplish in your life. So, they're not a substitute for the deep, longer one-on-one work that most of us do. So, I hope that this helps you. Now, I have a couple of things I want you to do. I want you to subscribe to me here on YouTube, because every time I produce a new video, a cool thing happens. They give you this little notification that I produced a new video, and it gives you a convenient place to keep track of everything all in one place. Now, the other thing I want you to do, and I've got the link down below here to my website. You want to go to my website and subscribe, because you get some nice things from that. The first thing you get is my guided visualization, my free video, and you only get it if you subscribe, that takes you through having a look underneath whatever your pain or issue is that you have going on. And this can be really, really useful information, so I would encourage you to do that. Now, the other thing that you get when you subscribe to my website, the only way you get this is you get my video newsletter that comes out every other week. And I always, I talk about my life and just things in general, and I always include some tapping in those. So we're having a lot of fun with that. I've only been doing that about 2 months now, maybe not quite that long, and it's a lot of fun. So subscribe to me here, subscribe to me on my website, leave me a comment or like my video. Tell me how you like this one. I love getting feedback from you guys. So that's all for today. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye.